everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. Here. The line. New man, so funny. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Your boy is back, and the whole crew is back. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to go through my normal thing. You know who I am. I'm Sean Spencer, one of the hosts and kind of the creator of the Let's Talk Football community. But I got to talk about the hosts of Let's Talk Football in the morning, the Swinton. Hey, give them a round of applause because, look, these guys held this thing down for weeks, ladies and gentlemen. May have been something I was planning. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Sean Spencer, with the Swintons. This is Let's Talk Football in the morning. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And I will give credit where credit is due. Andrew, you were messaging me before. You were hovering. We knew you were here, baby. First. Yeah. Yes, you are first typing.
Sean said you were asking if we were going on this morning, and I was like, Andrew's only asking so he can be in there like immediately when it starts, so he can just comment first. I tried to one time on his show and I failed, so I give up.
Wait, real quick, hey, good plug, yo, his show, North Sports Dynasty, Friday nights, man. I don't know if y'all caught it this week. I caught the beginning. I caught a little of it. Yo, it is fire. I got to tell you, I was talking to Kat about this. As the door swings open. Oh, Lord. As I was talking to her about, like, when you first came in, and you guys brought it up to me, the whole transition, the way that it starts up, and the way that it sits there. And it's like you're in a waiting room, but it's like, oh, man. Kind of digging this waiting room, man. You know what I mean? I was on his show with Handy a couple weeks back, and like he said he was doing his stuff about the Bucks, and then he brought me in, and I was like, oh snap, oh what? And then he brought me in, and I was kind of like, oh what? We're here. I love the flow of that show. I love how it goes. So shout out to Andrew Foger of North Sports Dynasty, man. No doubt about it. But look, guys. Let's get right into it. We're here. We're back together again. Wait a minute. Sorry about that. Boom. On the morning, sir. I get back to it. It's been a while since I've been next to the computer. But what's been happening? Swinton, what's been going on? Y'all, you're hosting things. You're doing big things. How's everything going?
Good. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Good. I was slacking. I remember a few weeks ago I was talking about a little marathon sprint I was doing. So I was slacking on some of the training there. I got back into that this week.
Nice.
Ran and did my bike for almost 10 miles and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get back into that because that's coming up in a couple months. I did my biggest break for my cards yet to date on Friday. So that was a good time. I missed Andrew's show because I was doing that, but I plan on going back and watching it. And I worked yesterday, so I couldn't do it yesterday. But yeah, so I did that. That's kind of what main thing I've been up to. Working out with Ash and watching the little guy. That's, the other usual stuff. But
oh yeah, loving the videos for sure.
Right. Shiloh, everything is, what's that sound?
What's that sound,
He points his ear. What's that sound?
What's that sound, Mom?
So
like,
funny.
dude, I don't know. And if you don't give him an answer he likes, he just keeps asking the same question.
Keep it going.
Yeah. So the 2-year-old life. But yeah, that's been me. That's about it. What about you?
I have done nothing.
That's not true.
What did I do? I haven't been on here for 2 weeks. So what did I do even last week? I got more tattoos.
Yeah.
I read more books.
Okay.
I read more in the last week. I do a little bit of work here and there just to prep. I have 2 more weeks until I have to go actually back to work. 3 more weeks until kids actually come. My entire classroom's already set up because I'm a psychopath and just want it done.
Yeah. So she spent 5 hours at school one day and just did
knocked it out.
Knock it out.
And I feel so good about it because last year I made the rookie mistake of waiting till the day before meet the teacher, and then I was there till 10 o'clock at night, and then turned around and was there till 9 o'clock at night the next day. So I was like, I don't want to do that again. I'm excited to teach this year though because it's not my first year anymore. There's so much extra stuff you have to do when it's your first year, and trainings and just prep. And you just, every day you walk in and it's a little unknown. So now I feel good that I don't have to do that.
Get your routine, get the flow going. Oh, yeah.
But we have a new team member, so trying to get her up on it all has been fun. But not bad. Just hang out with Shiloh. He talks a lot now, a lot of talking. Yesterday was Cindy's brother's birthday. I went over to his parents' house. And they loaded him up on sugar. Ooh. And I've never seen him. So just all over he's already all over the place, but it was on another level. So that was funny, but not.
God, thank you. Yep. No, I can dig it. I like that. Yeah, no, we've been Temple here. I mean, after the multiple weekends with the twins. And not yucking and yums, earning a lot of credit with Papa Hughes. He was when we were walking down the boardwalk and they handed me the phone, and it was her dad on the phone. He just said, "Son, you the luckiest man in the whole world right now," and just starts laughing.
He's like, "Hey, if you can handle the twins, I've been doing that my whole life."
Right.
Knows how hard that is.
Right. You are just the luckiest man. I'm just laughing sir, thank you. Let's just pray for me. Pray for me. But honestly,
I feel your pain.
Yeah. So we're back here. She's preparing to go, but kind of working and mulling around, doing stuff around the house, enjoying the off season, if you will, the off season of teaching. She doesn't go back to when do you go back, Kat? So she doesn't go back to. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it month in the day. So it's more into August, more went into the football season and whatnot.
I say she got out a few weeks later than I did.
Yeah.
So I assume she doesn't go back until at least end of August, beginning of September. We start early out here, but we also got out earlier than a lot of people did. Yeah.
So we're kind of hovering in that summer space, just enjoying it. She's about to go on another adventure, another couple weeks.
I want to live Kat's life. She's just out here doing things,
right? Living it up, going different places, this and that, and then she'll ask me these little questions like, "Hey, do you want to go?" I'm like, I can't go. I gotta work. Are you serious? He's like, "Yeah, well, I'm gonna go."
Well, I can't vacation for 2 months out of the year.
Yes. That's why she hates when I say I like school, Kat. She's like, "Oh, you like me stressed out?" No, you're here. Sometimes it's we're going through the same thing. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about your problems in the summer. No, I'm going back and forth to work. No. I woke up too late today. What? No, that doesn't help me. Look, we got to go ahead and move on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what's been going on with us. All in all things are well. We are healthy. We are breathing. We are ready to go. Thank you so much, everybody that is here with us, that is joining us. And we want to get into football. That's why you're here. That's why we're in here in the morning. And recently, there was a little list that was made up of the 2022 NFL running back rankings, top 10 list. We want to go ahead and bring that up for you real quick. And we're going to go ahead and dive into that because, for the most part, I think, I don't know, we're kind of with it, but there's some things at the end maybe that we want to check out. So on this list, they have Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, you got Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, CMC, Najee, and we're bringing up real quick at the end, Adam Jones and Javonte Williams out of North Carolina. Yeah, buddy. How are we feeling about this list? I mean, I kind of dig it in the beginning, but what are your thoughts on it? You guys. See?
I also have what Alex said. I have a few
problems with the list.
Yeah.
Well, first, I know you get some notes for this.
Alrighty, so just starting at the top. Derrick Henry, I'm okay with. I actually think, I know some people, I was like reading the comments on posts, and they're like, Jonathan Taylor's better. I'm like, no, he's not. No. Jonathan Taylor is only better because Derrick Henry got hurt. If Derrick Henry, the numbers that he was producing, if he continued to do that throughout the whole season, he was going to like break the record for number of touches in like a single season. Like he was on
what up, Andy?
Hard to like kill it. So I don't mind Derrick Henry being number one. I don't mind Jonathan Taylor being number two. Obviously, he was in MVP talks this past year, so he's a stud. Mm-hmm. Who is three?
Chubb.
I like. I don't know that I would have put them that high, but I like it. I mean, he's had over 1,000 yards every year, but his rookie year, so he's not a bum. And the Browns just produced running back, so I just like their whole. But I don't know that I would have put him that high. Would you have put him that high?
Nick Chubb?
Yeah.
No.
I did have Chubb on my top 5 list when we just talked about running backs, like just who we think's most talented in the league going into next season. I had Chubb as number 5, but I think I have him
right outside my 5.
Yeah. I have at 5, but I mean, again, we're talking about these two running back backfields. Kareem gets a lot of those touches.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And from if Chubb's not on the field, remember he has injury issues from time to time as well. So I think it is a little high for him to be 3. So, but yeah, keep going.
Cook was 5. I don't mind. I think that's, I don't know, a little high maybe. I don't know. I don't mind it, I guess. If he stays healthy, that's my only thing. And then Kamara, take him off the list entirely for me.
Yep. 1,
he's going to miss at probably 6 games this upcoming season, and then he's injuries, whatever. I just take him off. They also didn't upgrade at quarterback, and I don't see him like having an excellent year even when he does come back. Mm-hmm. That's just me though. Mixon is fine. He was 7, right? No, he was 6.
No, he was 6. He was 6. Yeah, CMC.
Mixon's fine. Yeah. I don't know that I would have had him. I guess who am I putting above him? He doesn't. I was looking at his stat. He never. I put Najee above him. Yes, he never catches the ball, and that bothers me. So I don't know that I'd have him that high because he doesn't have that like dual threat going. Christian McCaffrey was 8. Sorry, I'm like or 7. I'm a number behind for whatever reason. Take him off the list because you can't prove you can be healthy.
I can't wait to destroy this argument.
I mean, his like when he plays, he's amazing, but you can't rely. The best ability is availability, which I will get to. Why it's BS that somebody's not on this list. So like, I mean, obviously everyone knows Christian McCaffrey is very talented and can produce, but they are gonna rely on him very heavily when he does come back if he is healthy, but just gonna get hurt again. I think he's just gonna. It's gonna be like a Saquon thing. Dude's just never gonna be able to stay healthy and be productive. That's where I'm at with him.
I can dig that.
Najee being at 8 is disrespectful. You should be higher on the list. I mean, if you're gonna say there's a very small sample size because he was a rookie and blah 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 blah, fine, whatever.
How much higher? Top 5?
I would.
Top 7.
I mean, for like me personally, Najee's like a top 3 running back next year, like coming into the season. So I would put him in top 5 at least. I think it's disrespectful to have him out of the top 5. To have like Kamara above Najee, I know.
I'm just ready to go bananas about this whole list.
I know.
Especially all the excuses
Let
she's giving.
me get through my list first, and then you can speak, because it's just going to be easier. I just think Najee's going to have a good year. We were talking before, too, about how, like, you downgraded at quarterback, so you're not – I would assume you're not going to rely on the pass as much. So you're going to utilize Najee more effectively. Their O-line got a little better, so he's not going to get destroyed out there, hopefully, as much as he did this past year. 9 was Jones. You can take him off the list for me.
Back. Here's the list, Andrew. Keep on.
Sorry. I mean, Jones can – I guess Jones at 9 is okay. I would have him at 9 or 10. I wouldn't put him any higher. Mm-hmm. I would switch to – I would put Javonte above him. I would also might throw Jones out and put Javonte and Montgomery up there. But that's just –
I can see that. So speak to me on that, because you and I talked about that before in our chat. Javonte, and I love him. Hey, out of North Carolina, he's not only a running back, but he's a solid receiving weapon, and he got a lot more touches with Melvin Gordon's injuries. What you would put him up potentially, 8 or 9? Like what is it that you guys that you see in him? Because I see it, but I mean I'm kind of debating that area. But yeah, go ahead.
I think Javonte is going to be better because of the upgrade at quarterback.
Yes.
The defenses are going to have to you could stack the box last year against Denver because their quarterback situation wasn't very good. Yeah. And so it was very easy to stop the run, and Javonte still produced.
Well, Javonte broke more tackles than any other running back in the league last year. He's a big, strong dude.
More forced tackles? I thought that was Najee that led that.
Well, he was either 1 or 2.
But just another reason that Najee should be number 1. Anyway. But yeah, no, I think that's they have a great line. Now they have the threat of the pass that's a lot better than it was last year. So Javonte, I think, is going to eat. It's just a better situation. Yeah. It's something like why Mac Jones looks much better than I think other rookie quarterbacks are just in a worse situation. It's just because he's in a good situation, he can thrive more, and I think that's going to happen for Javonte.
People around him, absolutely. Another name that people left off: Montgomery, Eckler for me. Sydney, give me what you Ash? Are you good?
I got 2 people that got left out, but if we want to circle back to me.
Well, yeah, because I want to talk about our snubs too, who definitely got left.
Yeah, I got 2 snubs.
Yeah. So here's my thing. You guys are roasting Christian McCaffrey. Everybody in the chat, because of injury problems and availability and having like 2 good seasons. Talk to me about Derrick Henry outside of 1 year. If the first 3 years, Derrick Henry's going to be 29 years old. No. He has had 1 good season.
Wait a minute.
No, Sydney, he didn't.
Wait a minute. Are we questioning Derrick Henry even being number 1, Sydney? Is that what we're doing right now?
If you're going to throw out the claim that Christian McCaffrey shouldn't be on the list because he's been injured for 2 years, because Christian McCaffrey healthy is better than Derrick Henry healthy.
Woo.
Because of the threat receiving the ball.
Yes.
Yeah. Derrick Henry had one good year. 2. Before that, no, he didn't. Last year he had 8 games, so you can't count last year.
Pretty solid year.
So, sure, he was on pace, but then he got hurt, which is what you guys are saying happens to Christian McCaffrey, and he missed half the season. So you can't count last year. Derrick Henry's a great running back.
Yes.
But he's only had 1 good season. So if that's what we're going to go off of, it's just he's great, and I know he's great. Okay, Christian McCaffrey's up there. Alvin Kamara's up there. Najee's up there. But
I'm not talking about the best running backs that are in the league right now over their entire career.
Exactly.
I'm talking about who I think is going to be good.
So you're going to talk about injuries
in the next season.
Yeah. So you're talking about injuries. Derrick Henry missed half the season, and he's almost 30, which is the dead age for running backs.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry's aging like fine wine.
Is he
he's
though?
Like not getting worse. He's getting better.
Well, he got hurt, so exactly. Najee had 1 good season. So if we're going to go based off Derrick Henry's 1 good season, let's go based off Najee's 1 good season behind a much worse offensive line with much less to work with, and still led the league in forced missed tackles, yards after contact, caught the ball out of the backfield, which is something that Derrick Henry doesn't do.
Sydney, in an attempt to not be biased, let's give him your list. What's your list, Sydney?
I mean, I didn't create a list. We did a top 5 running back list. I was just talking about this list.
Yeah.
faulty.
Is where would you put Henry on this list? Would you?
I
move him?
think I had Derrick Henry in my top three or four running backs. Like he was in my top 5. I don't take him out of there.
You're
but
just using it to combat the Christian McCaffrey.
But yes, everybody's saying Christian McCaffrey
yet.
shouldn't be here, and I'm like, then Derrick Henry shouldn't be. If
Like,
we're
if
gonna go
that's
based
gonna
off
be
of
your
like the
argument.
injury, because he missed half the season last year. The best ability is availability, and he missed half the season. Exactly,
100%. A Ravens fan said this.
Hey, that's just another. Yeah, exactly. That's another reason that Najee will be the number 1 running back, like in the next year or two.
Yeah,
like he's probably not there yet because he's only had 1 good season, but he absolutely will be. He's as big as Derrick Henry, as he's as tall and weighs a little bit more than Derrick Henry. So he doesn't look as big watching him because he doesn't have the downhill runner that Derrick Henry is, and he's way more elusive than Derrick Henry is. But he also catches the ball out of the backfield. Give him a better line, and I'm telling you, he's absolutely gonna be the best running back in the league. I do agree that like Austin Eckler should have been on this list. He also though has injury problems. I don't think he's played a full season. So it's hard. If you're just talking straight talent, Christian McCaffrey belongs on this list.
Absolutely.
Does Alvin Kamara belong on the list?
Yes. He had almost 7
Top
touchdowns
5,
one game.
But here's another one. Saquon
is 1,000% talented.
Straight talent, no injuries.
Right. But I don't think Saquon is as talented since he tore his ACL. He's not the same player.
Yeah.
So pre-ACL tear, Saquon is talented enough to be in this list. Post with the ACL injury, he doesn't have the same explosiveness. Now, I mean, sometimes it takes players a year or 2 to get that back, so maybe this year he comes back, but I don't think he's there.
You can dig it.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan's making great points. Like Andrew had said, the Titans aren't anything without Derrick Henry, yet Derrick Henry missed half the season and they still were the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So they won without Derrick Henry.
Right. And there could be some argument made for once Derrick Henry came back in that playoff game, they kind of tailored the offense back to him, and that's not what they were winning with.
It didn't work, yeah.
You're right.
Derrick Henry is absolutely the old school, grind him out. I'm going to turn around, hand the ball off 35 times a game. The first half, Derrick Henry's numbers always are not good. Like he's averaging 3 yards a carry and just not moving, but he just wears on the defense. And the second half is when he breaks those big runs and it boosts his stats and stuff. Like, I mean, that's old school downhill football, running back style. And I mean, Derrick Henry is perfect for that.
Gets so many touches.
And my thing is Najee can do that plus catch the ball. That's why I like Najee more. Plus he's younger. I mean, 5 years younger. So I think going into this year, I think Najee's going to have a better year. Obviously, both running backs fully healthy. They play the whole season. I think Najee's going to have the best year out of all the running backs just because of the situation and everything. Yeah. But that's just my opinion, obviously. Nick Chubb's going to split carries. Dalvin Cook's injury prone. Christian McCaffrey's injury prone. Derrick Henry's injury prone. Alvin Kamara is going to be suspended. It's Austin Eckler's injury prone. It's just like going down the list. So it's like I like Najee the best. I also, Nathan threw out somebody. That was a good list. I like J.K. Dobbins, but he's, again, coming off an ACL that I can't put him in top 10 at all, but I can definitely see J.K. Dobbins having a great year. Their system is designed for the run. Their running backs are going to feast. I almost had Lamar Jackson as a top 10 running back. That was just a dig. I'm just playing this. But J.K. Dobbins
in the morning.
Really?
That was the perfect clip for that.
I just had to throw it in there. It was just fun. I'm just kidding, guys.
I agree with that comment, Alex.
Yeah,
for sure. And Jonathan Taylor had a much better, I mean, not even close offensive line, much better than Najee did. And so wait till the Steelers rebuild the line, and hopefully Najee's not dead and driven into the ground by then. But
that's my only
so
worry with Najee is that he had a ton of carries last year. They just run him to the ground or he played the most snaps of any running back in the league. It was insane.
That's why I think he might have the best season because he doesn't split. Like he's a 3-down back. Like Derrick Henry comes off on 3rd downs because he doesn't catch the ball.
So Mixon,
Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, and that's another reason I think Najee needs to be higher because he's a 3-down back. Of the guys up there, Jonathan Taylor's a 3-down back. Dalvin Cook's a 3-down back. Alvin Kamara's a 3-down back. All the receiving backs.
Mixon is not.
I mean, but those 3 aren't short line or like short yardage backs. Like those are what 3rd and 1. Derrick Henry's there on 3rd and 1, but Christian McCaffrey's not. Or strike one. They're not those. So that Najee is everything. He's your short yardage back. He's your receiving back on 3rd downs. He's your grinding back. Like he's just. There's only a couple other running backs I could see. Like DeAndre Swift does everything. I like him a lot. Javonte, I think, can do everything. Go ahead. But yeah, that's just another like thing to throw in there. Derrick Henry has one trick, but it's a very good trick.
Oh yeah.
He's very, very good at it.
Specific.
Yes.
This is what we're doing.
I am bigger than you. I will push you to ground and keep
right.
going.
Right. Like what he did to Josh Norman. Just get out of here.
That's my favorite thing ever.
Loved it. You know,
Najee did it to John Abrams this year,
yeah.
But I mean, and honestly, and I think that's what this is all leaning towards, because honestly, you could split this into 2 lists. The I-form, old school 1960s, 70s, 80s running back, which is straight up, which is Jonathan Taylor and, Derrick Henry and mixing those type. But what the NFL is becoming more of, as we know, is a passing league. So you have to have that running ability. At the same time, you have to be able to pass or receive out of the backfield. But then having somebody like a Najee that's a little bigger can actually help out in pass protection. Help out with some of the blocking, some of that stuff. Like, yeah, it's interesting, the dynamic of this list. But we talked about snubs. Montgomery was one of them. Austin Eckler, somebody we've been talking about for a while.
DeAndre Swift, I think, is a snub. I mean,
I think DeAndre. I really like Swift. I wouldn't mind Swift at like that 9-10 because for me, he probably falls in like the 11, 12. He's like top 15 to me, but not probably like top 8.
Yeah.
But I like Swift a lot, especially he.
And somebody we haven't talked about, somebody that wears that star.
Oh, she's ready to talk about him.
Right. Where's he on this list?
Zeke needs to be on this list because I'm very high on the availability as best ability.
Yeah.
Who's only missed like 2-3 games in the last however many years. I get like Zeke's not making these like big, explosive, exciting plays like he used to, but he's like fairly consistent. And I think it's BS he's not on the list.
and watch out. I'm going to give a compliment. This is the only time this is ever going to happen. Zeke is one of the most underrated pass catchers out of the backfield. People don't realize how good of a pass catcher this guy is. I've seen him come on too many wheel routes against my less than good linebackers. And it's like right over the top. So, and
he's a great pass blocker. Like he's very well known for his pass blocking, which is not a stat you find. You just have to know that that's what he's good at and watch tape. And he's absolutely top tier when it comes to that. I literally thought about Fournette when I ran through my head. Like
I was thinking Fournette, but I would put Fournette again at like probably top 15, but not above 10. I don't think you would fall somewhere in that range for me. I just think it's disrespectful not to put Zeke on there. That's all. I don't think he's like top 5, but we can put him at the end of that list somewhere, like along like Eckler too. I'm not going to put Eckler in like my top 5, but the end of that list there, Zeke and Eckler deserve to be there more than like Jones or who else. I would take Kamara out just because if we're talking about who's going to be great next season, you're missing 6 games. So why am I even going to talk about you?
Right. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the list that we are looking at. Derrick Henry 1, Taylor at 2, Chubb at 3, Cook at 4, Kamara at 5, Mixon, McCaffrey, Najee Harris, Adam Jones, and Javonte Williams finish out 5 through 10. I mean, hey, there it is. A couple names I want to bring out. Josh Jacobs of the Raiders. I know
I was really high on Josh Jacobs for like the last 2 years, and then every year he kind of is just like meh. And I'm like, I want you to so bad be great, but
he has a couple of good games this season, and it kind of like piques your interest back about him. But a lot of the times he's sub 60 yards and just not relevant in the game.
Yeah. Now, somebody that I would not be a Washington fan if I did not reference my guy. And we're talking about somebody that can run and also catch out of the backfield, multifaceted. My guy, Mr. Antonio Gibson.
I thought about him. I thought about putting him on my snub list, but I'm like, who would I move for him?
Yeah.
Move him over Zeke. Move him right over Zeke.
Nope.
Oh, nope. Wouldn't do that.
Hey, and what we're about to get into, he is definitely one of the beneficial guys in a little bit of fantasy. Ladies and gentlemen, Gibson is definitely in discussion, but he's at least like, oh yeah, I'm with that. I'm absolutely with that. So I love it.
Apparently, I have a lot of guys in my 11 to 15 range when I start thinking.
10 guys.
So I put like him right there.
That's not a 10. Absolutely. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, Hunt. Oh, wait a minute. Chubb is 3, but Hunt. Again, you got help.
I can't put a third down back on the list. He just doesn't. Kareem Hunt, when he was on the Chiefs, he was a great running back. So and obviously he's great when he's on the field for the Browns. He's just not.
They're a great duo. I like them.
Yeah, if you could combine them and make them one player, then to me that's what Najee is. He's the combination. You know what I mean? He can do it all. So that's why I have Chubb lower on my list and Najee higher, just because he is both of those running backs, whereas the Browns have both those running backs.
Exactly, Alex.
Exactly.
Straight up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, this list could change. This list can definitely vary. And we will definitely be talking about it closer towards the season. But we need to move on. There's a little something we all love, ladies and gentlemen, is fantasy football. You absolutely know. And if you don't know, Let's Talk Football does a little fantasy football. This year it's going to be a nice little cast. You see my guys over here, the Swintons. They will co-host it with one of the guys that was here from the almost very beginning, Mr. David Wright. And we'll preview that for you guys. We'll talk about fantasy football in a minute, but check this out. Yeah, buddy. Ladies
That looks so good.
Let's go. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, if you need stuff like that done, if you just like to watch it, you need to go way over here to this little lady right here, Miss Ash Swinton, who is dominating the game. That is absolutely amazing. I love it. I love the music. Cat, I'll play it 3 or 4 times. Cats like to stop. Like headphones in.
Like making them, it's like, all right, okay. I must know this probably 50 times in the last 5 minutes.
I love it. I love it. Definitely tune into that, ladies and gentlemen. Noon Eastern. So that is what, 10 y'all time?
No, it's 9 our time. We're on Pacific right now.
Okay, yeah, so 9 y'all time, getting up early in the morning, doing fantasy football, and kind of helping you along right before kickoff, so we'll know who's in, who's out, injuries, who you can play with, a lot of this stuff, and we're gonna actually go right into that right now as we start into the second season. And we're gonna talk about the Sophomore Surge, guys. So Sydney, I'm gonna come to you first. We're coming into this next year. We saw what happened last year. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, Ash Swinton won our league after I made a glorious run from 8th to the title game, just to fall short to that jersey above Sid's head. If I had a torch right now, but Ash Swinton was the winner. But talk to the Sid. What are we like? Who are you looking at this coming year? What do you got, man?
Yeah, so we just wanted to put a little 5 sophomores that I think are going to do better than projected as of right now.
Or just to like kind of be on the lookout.
Yeah, just something. Yeah, so not like the big name guys like
Jamar Chase,
Najee obviously is gonna be up there, stuff
Waddle.
like that. So I didn't pick any of those guys. So I did one of them we did talk about already, Javonte Williams.
Yep.
He's one of my 5 that I think is gonna have a bit better year than most expect. Just because, like we said earlier, the situation and everything there, I think he's gonna have a great year for that. I have Trevor Lawrence down as somebody to be out there. I mean, from a fantasy perspective, he's still really down low on the quarterback list, but they did a lot in the offseason to help him. And I think he's insanely talented. He just needs the right pieces. He's got a great coach now, different than last year. So I think that's going to help a lot. I think he's going to outperform his current rankings when it comes to fantasy. Here's one for our guy Nathan Snell to get my point back. Rashad Bateman, I think, is going to be a big one. That's sophomore, just because there's nobody else. Yeah. He's the only option. I mean, besides Mark Andrews, but I think he has to be on there. And a lot of people are sleeping on him just because he didn't do much as a rookie. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Alex. So that's why I like T-Law. But yeah, I think Rashad Bateman's going to have a much better year than expected. I'm not saying he's going to be like a top 10 or 15 receiver, but
where you can draft him at, he's probably going to be a good value.
100%. I think Bateman is going to have a good year.
I'm not saying run out and grab them like round 1.
Yeah, exactly.
But somebody to keep your eye on.
Everyone dick.
And then
please, somebody, if you're in a draft with me, go grab these people round
1. And then my next one, I have Trey Sermon, the running back in San Francisco. A lot of people are higher on Elijah Mitchell because he played last year, but Raheem Mostert's gone. San Francisco is absolutely a running team, and they have multiple running backs. Trey Sermon was hurt last year, so he didn't play at all. So a lot of people are sleeping on him. I think he does a lot better than people expect. Dobbins isn't a sophomore, so I can't use him. Yeah. So Trey Sermon, I like. I think he's going to be better.
Dobbins will be a bigger guy than like Bateman will be.
Oh, for sure. I hope so. I have Dobbins in my dynasty league, so.
Cindy's really hoping those running backs over in Baltimore do some good things.
More?
Because I have Dobbins and Gus Edwards in my dynasty league. And my 5th one, and I'm throwing this on there because everybody thinks Kyle Pitts is the god when it comes to this class and tight end. But what I tell you last year, early on, Sean, Pat Freiermuth is the guy at tight end, and he outperformed Pitts last year. And this year is even better because he's going to have a quarterback, either a rookie or Mitch Trubisky, who is new to the system. And when you're either a rookie or you're new to a system, your favorite person to throw to is a tight end. And Pat Freiermuth absolutely is that guy. He showed out last year. He's got the talent. He could do it all. So I think he has a much better year than people think because he's ranked. I mean, he's not in the top tier tight ends yet, and he's below Kyle Pitts from that class. So I love Freiermuth. I think so. Yeah. But I've seen lists where he's not there. So I think he's going to absolutely thrive in the new system and stuff with the new quarterback situation. So I had to give him a nod in the sophomore surge, guys.
I love French fries that like not a lot of people talk about him. But
I know.
I love Patty.
Hard for me to put Pitt so high we can't block and couldn't catch a ball in the end zone and save his life.
That's the issue with me is you can't catch in the end zone. So like for fantasy purposes, not about it. You'd have some like good games every once in a while, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, considering everyone had Pitts so high.
Now, Pitts does have the same situation as Freiermuth. He's got a new quarterback or a rookie, depending on who they go with. So they're going to lean on him, you would think. Yeah. The problem is they don't have any receivers. I mean, they got a rookie, Drake London, but that's it. Like, the defense can key, and they don't have a great running back like the Steelers do with Najee. So it's not like, I mean, the defense can go in and key on Kyle Pitts. Like, he's probably the number one guy to key on, where Freiermuth in the Steelers offense is not that guy. With Najee, Deontay, Claypool, George Pickens, our second-round pick. There's so many more options that are better than just Freiermuth. So you're not going to have a defense.
He's not your superstar, right? Kyle Pitts.
What's the list? What's the list now in Pittsburgh for number one now? Would it be Deontay? Then
Najee? Receiving-wise?
Yeah, receiving. Yeah, like number one target would be Deontay, then Najee, then Muth.
Freiermuth. I might put Muth. Yeah.
Above Claypool?
I might put Muth above Najee just for receiving. I mean,
Yeah.
Najee will have 60, 70 catches.
Right. That's what I'm
But
saying.
so should Freiermuth should be in that range too, 70, 80, I think.
But then where's Claypool? Is Claypool above Freiermuth or?
Fantasy wise, I would take Freiermuth over Claypool. I think he's going to have a better season, and just because we have the same offensive coordinator, and they did not use Claypool well at all last year. So if they don't,
it was so frustrating to watch them use Claypool. Because he was a stud, and then last year you're like, what is happening? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Jump ball to the every time. They're like, I can't handle this.
And see, I would take the friendly wager that Freiermuth has a better fantasy season than Pitts, fully healthy all the way through. I think Freiermuth has a better fantasy season than Pitts, and there's no way you're taking Freiermuth in the second round. Whereas Pitts is going in the second round. So like that's why I think he's lower than, or he's going to outperform where he's at.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Andrew said, wager, I'm in.
Yeah. Rocket,
We're
lock
gonna have so
in.
many wagers going into the season.
I know,
We
I
need
need
to create a spreadsheet, so I know.
Right.
I need an Andrew whiteboard so I can just write down all my bets. I got going with everybody.
The girl show
Put it on the board.
The lady show has a spreadsheet. We need to make you guys one for how many times
go.
you say it. Put it on the board. I said this.
I know that. I got the Browns bet with
Busting.
Kyle. I got all this stuff.
Let's
Should
get
handshake.
it. Right.
Virtual handshake.
I love it.
Y'all too much.
Ash, what is your? Would you have anything different from that, or what do you?
Yes, the only same player we had was Javonte Williams. I just think he's going to have a better year because they upgraded at quarterback, which just makes him better. I'm really high on him. This might be partially due to listening to Sydney talk about him for like a week before we drafted for the Dynasty show, but I'm really high on Javonte Williams now. What did you say?
Everybody wants big boards. They see how usefully they are. For real, though.
Yeah. Sticking with running backs, though, I had Etienne. Etienne was hurt all last season, so I think he kind of just like fell off the face of the earth for a lot of people because out of sight, out of mind type thing. But I just think he's going to have a good year. I feel like
he was a first round pick.
Exactly. And everyone was saying he's going to be like Kamara 2.0, where he's going to be running and catching and all that jazz. So I'm thinking he's going to have a good year. And I totally had just forgotten about him, obviously, because he was hurt. So that's one person that's on my radar. And I assume he won't get drafted too high just because.
The thing about him is James Robinson's still there, and I think he's uber talented.
That too. But,
and a lot of players like James Robinson in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But Etienne was drafted high to be the guy, so.
Yeah.
They definitely probably going to run that 2 running back system for a little bit.
100%.
I also like this one. Another person I have who I was so high on last year was Amon-Ra from the Lions. I'm obsessed with him. He was, at the end of the season, he did amazing because everyone was hurt, which is my only kind of concern going into this next season is with Hawkinson healthy, and then they got Shark.
Mm-hmm.
Did they drafted somebody? So I'm worried now his shares are a lot more, so he won't get as many touches as he did last season. Because last season it was like what you're saying with Bateman is who else was there? He was the only one on the field, and he stepped up though. He was amazing.
Balled out.
He was in top 3 wide receivers for total points the last end of the season. And he averaged 25 points. Dude was amazing. There was one week where you're like, do I play Monroe or somebody else? And you played somebody else and you lost.
Russell Gage.
And I was like, you
literally cost me the championship in a $200 fantasy league.
Oh,
mistakes were made. If I made that one switch, I would have won. Anyway, I'm not bitter.
I think about it because I'm obsessed with him. He was my hot player of the week 1 week for the lady show. I just love him.
I can dig it.
My next one was Elijah Moore for the Jets. I think he's a good flex player. Not necessarily. I'm not reaching for him in the first couple of rounds, but I'm a little worried about him with touches too, because they got Conklin, Uzama. They got another running back, so now they have 2 good running backs. And did they draft a wide receiver too?
No, but they have Corey Davis, who was hurt some of last year. And
Elijah Moore was hurt.
Yeah,
he had that season-ending injury, so I'm hoping that's another person I'll be on the lookout for.
He's talking about Amon-Ra, I believe.
I want to read it.
Yeah,
that would be great. If you're in a draft with me, don't grab Amon-Ra because I want him very badly. And then the last one I have is this is more of just like I'm curious to see what happens with this and if he lives up to the hype and if the Niners finally pull the trigger and play Trey Lance. That's my last one. Because he only started 3 games since he's been. But you drafted a guy number 3 overall. He's only played 3 games so far. Like, at some point, you have to pull the trigger, and you got to see what it's all about. So that's another person I have. Noted. Yeah.
Taking Amon-Ra as trade
bait. Yeah. I am the worst because I will tell you who I want. And Amon-Ra, if you're in a league with me and, like, you get number 2 and I'm number 1, Najee's not dropping to you. It's no secret. But those are my top 5 guys.
For the sophomore surge.
For the sophomore, I can dig that. Honestly, mine. One of the guys that a lot of guys that you guys had, Elijah Moore, one of the guys, obviously Javonte Williams, one of the guys and Trevor Lawrence. I've told you guys multiple times, my dark horse AFC Championship, San Diego Chargers, Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, we'll see what happens. Yeah. But honestly, yes. Honestly, somebody that actually showed out last year, that got shout out, my guy Anton Benton. He was shouting out on the Washington show a couple years back. Rondale Moore out of Purdue had a solid year a year ago. I think he's going to have a great sophomore season. I think he's going to break out. And another one, we talked about the Jets. I mean, honestly, in that duel last year between Jacksonville and the Jets, this dude had like 52-yard rushing touchdown. Zach Wilson. We've seen all his off-the-field drama and all this stuff with that like this. The guy could play, and they're starting to build around him. It's no secret about that. So, I mean, hey, let's see if he can put all the off-the-field stuff on the side and really do something in New York.
Oh, we love the off-the-field stuff. That's great.
Oh, yeah. It's been hilarious.
That man is more funny.
I like the Rondale Moore say because
I was with looking at Rondale Moore.
Christian Kirk leaving and then D-Hop being suspended for 6 games. Rondale Moore is kind of the guy now. So that's actually a really good call out.
That's a good one. I'm excited to see what Zach Wilson can do too.
I'm excited to see what they can kind of do. And I want to shout out my guy Dax Milne. The guy that took Zach's girl. Yeah. Washington, baby. That's right.
You should tell Sean about that card.
I pulled his autograph card on my break on Friday. Dax Milne,
We're like, wait a minute, that's the one that
I was like, I think this is Zach's ex-best friend with I pulled his autograph.
Let's go.
So
hey, and he's still getting a check. He's still, I believe, right now 6th on the depth chart, kind of down there. But hey, we lost. Our DeAndre Carter, our special team kick returner guy, went to sign with the Chargers. So hey, Millen got a new girl, man. Incentives. He needs to get some money now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, we that's what it is. Check these guys out Sunday mornings right before game time. Let's talk fantasy football. Swinton's David Wright. Gonna have guests on there from time to time. Definitely giving you all the news and notes, answering your questions. One of the actually kind of more the funnest shows we did a year ago, because a lot of people, once we started getting going, they would just randomly pop on, ask random questions. And a lot of the show became answering the questions, going in, and people would come up immediately as soon as they saw us on there. What do you think about this? What do you think about that trade? You know what I mean? It's a very interactive show. So I'm excited to definitely see that.
I was on for 5 seconds one time, and then I got kicked out.
It was great. Is that after the Dallas win?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was rough. I had you and David on there. Oh,
Yep.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we have to move on. We're moving along in the show, and we're moving into one of our America's favorite part of the show. And this is brought to you by her husband that is dominating the card game. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at my guy, Sidney Swinton. Yeah, buddy, I can dig it. And again, another one of these lovely videos made by Miss Ash Swinton. Yeah, dominating the game.
Pumping out videos for a while there.
hey, they're great. They're amazing. I love playing them over. I told you about that. Yeah, and but speaking of videos, we are coming into America's favorite segment of the show.
It's time for another edition of
Mrs. Swinton's Pop Quiz.
That's so perfect.
That one I did not make, but it is good.
Shout out to Zagnip Productions on that one.
Anthony Handy. Shout out to Mr. Fingers. Mrs. Swinton, what you got for us today?
All right, this question actually comes to you from North Sports Dynasty's finest, Andrew Faubert. All right, so this question is from Andrew. He said, we all know many NFL players that have played in the CFL, but which one has the most passing yards in a single game?
In a single game?
Mm-hmm.
Doug. Ooh. Kurt Warner? Kurt Warner?
Warren Moon?
Or Doug Flutie. Those are the three I thought of. Obviously, the probably most well-known three.
Who else is up there?
I'm going Kurt Warner. That would be my guess.
I'm going to go Warren Moon.
You guys are funny. So,
Doug Flutie?
Doug Flutie was number one with 556, but Warren Moon was second with 555.
1 yard.
So,
dang, they both had over 500 yards in a game.
That was a good question. Thank you, Andrew.
That was real good. Yeah.
We both said Doug Flutie, but neither of us guessed
Yeah,
it.
I know you said his name, and then my headset came undone, so I couldn't hear anything John said. So I had no idea who you guessed, but you were on it. Alrighty, let's see. I have to look through these because you guys like this question. Which team was the first to win 6 Super Bowls? I hate it here.
That was a thought. It was Pittsburgh. I was thinking San Francisco. Like, no, Pittsburgh got it. Yeah.
Who was the second team?
New England, the only other team to have 6.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then Dallas.
Andrew, it was not the Patriots. Get out of here with that nonsense. It was the Steelers.
It was the Steelers.
Wow.
I hate answering questions. Just like you did questions last week. Good job. And that one Cowboys question was great. Until you got to the question about why is it America's team, then I was like, never again.
That was the best part.
I don't care how bad I feel. I will not ever let that happen again. All right. Who was selected first overall in the 2000 draft?
Vic. No, he was 2001.
2000.
You want to know what team had the first pick?
Yeah, who had the first pick?
Can you guess what team?
The Browns.
Yes. I knew if I was like bad team, Browns.
Is it
Courtney Brown?
Yes.
Look at you.
Because then we picked second and got LeVar Arrington in that one.
That was a good pick.
Both from Penn State. I remember that year. Yeah.
Alex nailed it too.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's another draft question. Jake Long was selected first overall in the 2008 draft. Who was selected second?
I was like, to the Dolphins, out of Michigan. I was all pumped that I knew everything about Jake Long, and then what's the second pick? Oh, was it? No, Reggie Bush was not that year. He was the next. No. Chris Long.
Was it Chris Long?
Yes.
Yep. Out of to the Rams. Did he get drafted? Yeah, out of Virginia. Howie Long's son. Was it the Rams or the Eagles? He played for both. I think he was drafted by the Rams, though.
He was drafted by the Rams.
Wow.
They're not related. Sad.
Oh, yeah, because it's back-to-back.
Yeah,
Longs.
long.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the Rams. All right. Matt Ryan was selected in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Jackson.
Out of Cal.
Good old Deshaun.
Who was selected earlier in the 2011 draft? J.J. Watt or Julio Jones?
Julio. Julio went 3rd. JJ went 11th. Julio went top 5 or 6th. 6th was the latest. Julio was taken in the top 5. I'm pretty sure JJ was like 11 or 12.
Alex says Julio. Agnes says Julio.
In the first 6 or 7 picks, it was AJ Green and Julio, the 2 big receivers drafted that year. Yeah, see, that's my guess too. Julio was like 6th, and Watt went 11. So AJ Brown went 3 or 2. Those 2, I remember those 2 were drafted in the top 6.
Yeah.
So Julio was drafted 6th overall, and then JJ was taken 11th overall.
Dang.
That was good.
Boom.
I don't know how you guys remember all these. I'm not good with numbers. Who was selected before TJ Watt? Just kidding. Pain.
Taco Charlton.
All I feel is pain. Where does Taco Charlton play now?
Wow. Taco. God.
And Taco plays for the Steelers now. I
Boom.
am traumatized by it, honestly. Oh, here's another one. Which player was selected earlier in the 2013 draft? I'm on a draft run, I guess. Zach Ertz or Travis Kelce? So Ertz or Kelce first?
I'm pretty positive Kelce was in the 2nd round.
I don't know when Ertz was picked up, though.
But I can't remember when Ertz was drafted.
Yeah.
He was a big name when I'm gonna go Kelce.
For some reason, I think it's the other. I think it's Ertz.
You think Ertz?
I don't know. I don't remember Kelce coming out of college as a
He was Cincinnati, so I mean, one of the smaller schools. Yeah, I'm going Kelce.
So you and Andrew are on the Kelce, and Alex and Sean are on Ertz.
Yep.
It was Zach Ertz. He was selected 35th overall, and Travis was 63rd.
Oh, wow.
So the beginning of the 2nd and the end of the 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stanford versus Cincy.
Who made more Pro Bowls, Ray Lewis or Tony Gonzalez?
Tony Gonzalez.
How many?
Total did he make?
Yeah.
12.
Did he?
Too low.
Wow.
Too low.
14?
Mm-hmm.
What?
He's played forever.
Yeah,
and he was like the most dominant tight end of his time. So like I feel like he made it like every year.
13 though, so they were very close.
Ray Lewis made 13.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Whew.
If he didn't have that murder trial, he probably would have had 14.
Oh, jeez.
There it is.
You just had to go there.
There was a lot of Ravens and Steelers love today. I don't know if y'all noticed.
Yeah,
Nathan was saying nice things. Sid was saying nice things.
Nathan was saying very nice stuff about Najee, and then you came in with the Lamar comment, and then you said some nice stuff about Dobbins, and then you came in with the Ray Lewis comment.
Oh, me.
All right, last one. In 1992, which team started the season 0-4 and went on to still win their division?
92.
Cowboys.
No.
They started 8-1. I remember that year because we beat them late, but they won the Super Bowl. Bad.
Sounds like trauma.
Watch that highlight reel tonight.
92. Well,
92.
I remember it. Just kidding. I wasn't even alive.
Packers?
No.
Is it San Diego?
Look at you,
Yes.
Sean.
Really? Yeah. 'cause
Yeah.
That's cool.
They ended the year 11-5 and went 0-4.
Damn.
They won the AFC West, beat the Chiefs, and then went on to lose to the Dolphins.
Yes.
Womp
'Cause
womp.
they went to the Super Bowl 2 years later. Right? In
The
94.
Chargers did?
Yeah. Then they beat y'all when the last play to get to the Super Bowl to play the 49ers. And then the next year, y'all beat the Colts to get to play Dallas.
Right, in 95.
Has any other team went 0-4 and made the playoffs?
I would have guessed. Yes.
Might have happened
so.
again. I don't know.
I would guess, yeah. I'm sure it's happened.
I don't
Probably
know.
not a lot, but I would venture to say yes.
I'll look it up later.
Yes, we are, Alex. Yes, we are, my friend.
That's all I got.
I can dig it. Thank you so much for that, Miss Ash Swinton. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another rendition of
It's time for another edition of
Mrs. Swinton's Pop Quiz.
Yeah, buddy. And we got to thank my guy, Mr. Anthony Handy, for that. And you know what? While I'm thanking him, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all know. I don't know if y'all are into looking fresh. I don't know if y'all are about getting potentially a free outfit from one of the newest top leading sellers in the game. This stuff is hot, baby. Hot fire, baby. My guy. Sorry. This is my guy, Anthony Handy. Zagniv Productions. They got something going on. They got a promotion going on. I really want you to check it out.
Zagniv Productions, in association with Zagniv Apparel, gives you the opportunity to win free athletic gear. And here's how you do it. Visit the Zagniv Apparel Design Shop at Etsy.com. Purchase any piece of apparel that will automatically qualify you for the August 7th drawing for free apparel. Each purchase counts as one entry. No limit on the number of entries allowed. At least one lucky winner will win one free outfit. That's right, one free top, one free bottom. Note, the embroidered bomber jackets will not be regarded as prizes for this sweepstakes. July 30th is the last day to enter. So get to the Zagniv Apparel Design Shop at Etsy.com today for your chance to win free athletic gear, courtesy of Zagniv Apparel. In conjunction with Zagniv Productions, LLC.
Yeah, buddy.
I know all the videos. I'm always like,
You know what I mean? Like, we're putting videos together. Look, gentlemen, my man has a clothing line. Okay, my man has a Patreon account. My man is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, everything. Y'all need to get in touch with my man, Mr. Fingers, aka Mr. Impressions, Mr. Anthony Handy, doing his thing. Diehard Falcons fan, diehard Georgia fan, man, getting it. Maybe since we're friends of him and his company, he can get us some attire, some gear so we can wear on the show. Trying to see what's going on, man. So because here, hey, let's talk football and let's talk community. We're all about taking care of our people, taking care of those people that are around us. And as part of that, ladies and gentlemen, we're winding down to the end of the show. We want to go ahead and give you a little morning vitamin. Something that's from us to you to maybe help you get through your week, get through your day, something just to make you know that you feel you are special because we want to make you feel special. You know what I mean? So Swinton, Ash, you want to start?
Yeah. So don't even start with me. If you've ever read, because this is where it's gonna go.
Didn't even do anything.
There's a really good book. There's a really good book called The Four Agreements. Don't.
I was in Aaron Rodgers' book club.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I said don't even start with me, because more people than Aaron Rodgers have read this book and suggest this book. It's a very good book.
So
Anyway.
So you like Aaron Rodgers is what you're saying?
No,
Okay.
I'm not saying I like Aaron Rodgers and his cool new tattoo. Hate him.
Oh my god.
My thing is, from the book, there's 4 agreements essentially, and one of them is to not take anything personally, which I think is just a great thing to live by, because basically it just says that nothing that others do onto you is because of you. It's all their own like reality, their own like projection. It has nothing to do with you. I saw some guy on TikTok the other day was speaking, and he's like, I hate your blue hair, how does that make you feel? And the person doesn't have blue hair, and it's like, well, I don't care, because I know I don't have blue hair and it doesn't matter. So just like, I know I'm a good person, I know my intentions to be good, or like, I know I have self-worth, and no one else can tell you that you don't, because you yourself believe that you do. So just one of those things to like not take what everyone else says personally. Like when Sydney says he hates Lamar Jackson, he does not mean it to personally make Ravens fans feel sad. So sorry, Nathan. But just anything, like I had to go there, I'm sorry. But just to not take things so seriously, so personally, because most of the time people, when they say things, don't have bad intentions anyway. And really the only person that I'm getting upset and getting all worked up is you, and that doesn't mean any, like, why even bother doing that? So if you know you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
It is. That is. I love that. I absolutely love that. Sydney, what you got, man?
Because he went there, Alex, because he said it. Because you went there after I told you not to.
I got a couple now, based on like it's like rolling off that one. Like it's a very good example. Like don't let 10 seconds of your day, like something bad in your day, ruin your whole day. Like the whole. I think most people have seen it. The meme going around. It's like if somebody stole $10 from you and you had like $86,000 in your bank, would you spend all $86,000 trying to get that $10 back? It's how many seconds are in a day. If somebody ruins your day in 10 seconds, they're going to spend the rest of the day trying to get that 10 seconds back or make you feel better for that 10 seconds. Definitely just having a positive mindset on that. But I also wanted to use the morning vitamin as just if you have haters, that means you're being successful.
Yep.
That's all that means. Like you have haters because people want what you have or they're jealous of you. Yeah. So just because like don't get mad at haters just brush them off. Like, hey, that just means you're doing something great. Like
don't take it
shout out on you. Like that's a good thing. Because I know Andrew had some haters. Apparently, I don't really know the details behind it, but he had said he had some haters. I'm like, hey man, that's awesome. That means you did something. Like to have haters, you have to have done something.
Success
so,
but Andrew, if you need us to roll up, I'll meet them when they come up towards the border. We'll go up there. We'll show them how we do. Let's go. USA.
Because I'm amazing.
No, I don't.
I get it.
But yeah, that's
Trust me, there's nothing to hate.
Yeah, that's definitely one. Just dirt off your shoulder. See it, move on. Like, don't let it affect you as a person or like ruin your day, because it's actually a good thing if you got a hater. I mean, there's haters in every aspect of life, and they're gonna give their opinion because that's what they do.
And there's way more people out here that like love what you're doing
versus
for sure. The little negative people who are hating on you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's.
I like to give haters a voice. Like.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, I always go back to the first time when we first started like with the YouTube channel and putting stuff up. I would get these random like nasty messages and and people would be like, and I would tell people about it. Like I tell Kat, and she'd be like, "Oh man, is that upset?" I was like, "No." I said, "Thank you for commenting. Obviously, you took the time to write that out, so you must have watched something of it." So
and the just with how social media and technology is, any interaction is boosting you. So thanks for wasting your time just to make yourself mad.
Exactly.
That was silly, but
I've had people call me out. I've had people say, X, Y, Z, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool, thanks. What can I do what can I do to get better? What can I do to help? Because I'm gonna keep doing this, whether you like this or not. So if you don't want to hear me, obviously move on. But since you've taken the time to write this book. All the things you don't like. All right, well, let's talk about that. Let's go into that.
I'm here for constructive criticism.
There you go. Exactly. Just keep doing your thing. They're gonna still tune in and try to figure out how to tear you down. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, hey, we're all on the same page. Going along with that, those of you that watch Let's Talk Football in the fall, Mondays at 6:30, myself, Dave Struther. I'm gonna give you a little preview of that in a little bit. But those of you that watch that in the fall know that I have a phrase that I say is a Bible scripture. I say it to the nth degree. I say it to the cows come home. Is the race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but to they that endure. But I live that, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely do, man. I had a friend of mine hit me up talking about, how do you keep going, man? When you're not getting the reception, you're putting this stuff out there, you're doing the work, you're constantly, making the videos X, Y, and Z, but it's not getting the response that you thought it was going to happen. You're not, and you said, how do you keep going? And I'm going to take a page. I never do this. I'm going to take a page from RG3. And when he was on his little comeback tour the second season, he had this little thing that says, know your why. Why am I doing this? Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you something. I have to make a confession. If y'all sit here and think that and Let's Talk Football, I understand how you would think that. If you think that this whole thing is about football, I have misled you, and I apologize for that. My job here is I'm a connector. In middle school and everything, I was a teacher for a while. The kids got the connectors. And once you start connecting things and you got something connecting, you see somebody over here, oh, they got a thing connected. And what do the kids do? Miss Swin, you can attest to this. Hey, let's bring it together. Let's make this bigger. And all of a sudden you got big things connecting. All of a sudden you step back and you look and you're like, look what we did. Look how we came together. And the thing about it is my life has been enriched by everything that's been going on. And it gets to the point that I get to the points where I'm like, man, I'm just tired. You're doing a video or a couple videos, cutting every single day. You're sitting here talking back and forth. Me, I'm putting out fires essentially as a coach and fielding this comment and talking to that person and looking at it and people posting stuff and they're like, oh, why did you do that? Because now I know I got to talk to you and what I did. But the thing about it and what I told them is, why are you doing this? It's bigger than the videos. It's bigger than the interaction. Bigger than scheduling and then putting this stuff together. You're doing it because you love it. You're doing it because you want to, but you're also doing it because you know that for those minutes and that time that you guys have been here watching us, I'm impacting your life. If something I say is good, boom, that's perfect. Something I say you don't like, boom, you're watching, you're giving me that time. So the least I can do is gather these people together to bring this up, because this, in my opinion, is what life is about. We're all on phones. We're all on social media. We're all on this. But I don't know if everybody's noticed, especially in our group chats, we're personal. We get close. We talk. And while there is little this and that over here, there is still, how you doing today?
It's a family.
Good morning, guy, right? You know what I mean?
That's what says.
Yeah, but that's it. That's it. That's what I want this to be. I did the little interview the other day, and one of the things she said at the end of it, she said, thank you for bringing me on Let's Talk. Let's Talk is that's the brainchild. That's what this is about. It's not about football. It's about us communicating, having conversation, taking time out of our day to say, every Sunday morning, I need to be here at 11 or 8 for y'all or whatever it is. And we're going to do this, and we're going to keep going. Sean's not there. That's fine. Give us what we need to set up. We're going to go. Sean can't be at the draft show for 4 hours. Come on now. That's not a small thing, man, because I know I've been on that show for 4 hours, and you get around hour 2.5, 3, and you're like, we still doing this thing, man? But y'all doing it, running the people on, continually bringing it. I'm telling you, what we're building here is we're building a community that iron sharpens iron. We're working on each other. We're helping each other out. We're building each other up. There might be some friction back and forth, but I've always told Kat, if there's emotion or you evoke emotion from me, if you get me upset, don't get upset about it. That means I care. Because if I don't care, you can do the worst thing to me, and it's shit like what he said, just off your shoulder. I'm not gonna do it. That's why I have a Cowboys fan as one of my co-hosts and the co-founder of this whole thing, because we let that stuff fall off our shoulders. And I'll say we want Dallas, and I'll still have to hang things like that. That's just what it is. Okay?
You gotta bring the drama.
You can't with everything that's going on in life, and we don't have to name all of it, but we already see it every single day. I woke up this morning and Texas shooting or something like that, and it hurt me because the first thing I did was it was a natural pull down, see notifications, and clear it. Mm-hmm. And we've gotten so numb to it, and I hate that because it's just like we have to make people happy, and I think we do that here, and that's why I'm here. We're connecting, we're making people happy, we're knowing that you and I have the same kind of issues, the same kind of problems, and we're gonna keep moving anyway. Because if I don't do it, who's gonna do it? But I'm gonna do it. So here we go. And that is my long-winded morning vitamin clinic. Yes, and I absolutely love that we have branched off with the North Sports Dynasty community. Love everything that they have going on. What's happening? North Sports Dynasty, Bucks Report, man. Y'all are killing it, man. What? Alex, Andrew, Johnny Dean, Alec Schomburg, Ben, all y'all, man. Y'all are doing a great job. Keep keeping on. Absolutely love it. Hey, this is Let's Talk Football in the Morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are so glad we're with you. I am Sean Spencer. They're the Swintons over there. There it is. Glad to be back again.
Great to have the band back together.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close to the end. Real quick, I'm going to run my buddy's commercial. Anton Benton, he's a handyman. Get with him. After that, we are going to let you go. So glad you guys were going to be with us. 2 different shows, groups, and appreciate the love. And nonetheless, yes. Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So, hey, we will see you. I'm Sean Spencer. They're the Swintons. Appreciate you spending time with us this morning. Happy Sunday, people. Where is it? There it is.
Hey there, ladies and gents. Your local handyman, Anton Benton, here to help you with your problems. I'm here right now on the job site, taking out whole kitchen cabinets. A little bit more work to do, but if you got a project at your house that you need to get completed, I'm your guy to finish it up for you. Give me a call, let me know what you need to get done.
Your new company, man. Shout out to your new company. Go ahead and tell the world about your new company real quick.
Oh boy. So marketing Anton Benton Pros.
Yes.
Doing everything from plumbing to electrical to making huge decks to doing closets.
Yes.
Doing it all. Doing it all.
That's what's up, man. I'm super happy
Thank
for
you guys. Thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man, so fine. Kirk Cousins. Woo! Yeah.
this. All right. I am